Hey everyone, I'm Nate and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be reviewing set 71839 Arin's Spinjitzu Battle Mech. This set officially released on June 1st and currently retails for $17.99 in the UK. It contains 213 pieces, has 2 minifigures and a baby dragon. Before we get started, if you enjoy my videos and want to see more, please make sure to like and subscribe. This helps me out so much and ensures that you don't miss out on my future uploads. But for now, let's get into the review. So here's Arin's Spinjitzu mech. I gotta say, it's great. Obviously this was one of the ones I was most looking forward to, since it looks really cool and it's one of the few times we saw them continue a line of things throughout seasons. Obviously we got the likes of Evo Mechs and Detective Zane for Prime Empire, but I think it's really cool to see them do, and I really hope they continue until they do one for each ninja. And who knows, maybe even some villain ones would be cool too. But yeah, obviously this is part of the Elemental mech line, 3 of which released in January last year, and I think 1 in March last year, so hopefully we'll be getting more at some point soon. The main things I love about these mechs is that they're so simple and cheap, and are so affordable and easy to build for whoever gets one. They're just amazing for whatever type of collector wants them, and that's why I just love them so much. They're great. I really hope they continue to do these, and maybe make some similar idea things later on too, like a dragon or something. But yeah, it's done in the same size as the others, and it's the same price too, obviously beside Kai's Fire Mech, since that had that wolf mask mech. And obviously it can mix and match with all the previous ones, but let's get a closer look first. Starting way down at the bottom, and the feet are so unique. With the SCCBS armor piece and all the corner pieces, I think they're really similar to heels design-wise. As for its range of motion, unfortunately it is quite limited moving forward, but in all honesty it's not like many people pose them with the ankle joints up, so it's not the end of the world. And moving in any other way is fine, moving them backwards especially has a ton of movement. Further on up, and you can see it starts to blend in his dark side colours with the black and trans pink in there, since it's themed around his Season 3 design, so it mixes with the bright orange too. He also has these big golden armor pieces on his knees, giving it a bit more bulk, and these were also used on the previous Elemental mechs. And though this is one of the better uses for them, I think that Sora's mech had the best use. It also blends into the Nexo Knight shield piece above it, which is really nice to see in gold since it's so uncommon to get. And you can see there's so much room it can move around on the ball joint too. Moving further onto the cockpit, and this is obviously where Arin sits. As you can see, if I open it up I can take him out. And it's really basic inside, pretty much just pure black with a little bit of gold and some trans pink. And this cockpit piece is in an all new colour, so it'll be cool to see what mucks can be made with it. And it also comes with the same printed tile on the front as the others with the Source Dragon symbol on there, so it's really nice to be getting some continuity between them. One of the more interesting things to me about this set is that, like his new suit design, the mech's actually asymmetrical, which we haven't seen before in these mechs. And it's a really cool thing for them to do, and it makes the building actually a bit more unique and feel a lot less repetitive. On his black arm though, he has these like rocky or fur pieces, which is really cool and I think could maybe show his unpredictability and who he'll side with. And it has some little detailing of that trans pink again too. On both arms he has these little wings using the black golden trans pink, which is kind of similar to Sora's mech with the Seabound blade piece, which just shows how similar the two are. Further down the arm though, it uses the SCCBS joint in black, and on the end the hand uses the classic robot finger pieces for the fingers, which I used to love as a kid on the older mechs. As for the other arm, it's mainly bright orange, but it does have a little bit of the black, and it has the same wing, just mirrored to the side. It's also a lot less bulky than the other side too, which could show that he's more powerful when training with Raz, but that does seem like a bit of a stretch. On this arm, it uses the SCCBS joint in bright orange, and has quite a few exposed studs in black and gold on the wrist, which seems quite out of place since, unlike the others, this mech is mainly sleek. But maybe there's a purpose I don't see. If you do, let me know in the comments. But as for the arms, they have an incredibly wide range of motion. You can move them pretty much however you want. Unlike most of the other mechs, he actually comes with 2 unique weapons. In one hand, he has a big golden sword, which is really simple. However, it does have some trans pink fire pieces coming out of the top here, which I'm not quite sure the purpose of, though it does still look really cool. And the other weapon is what seems to me like a scythe, which, if it is that, it feels like this would have been better to give to Cole's mech. However, it uses one of the big climbing hooks from Season 2, and it definitely feels out of place. On the back, and like the others, it also has some clips hidden to hold Arin's weapons when he's piloting the mech, which I love. It's such a great detail for them to include, since not many sets do this, and it's such a pain to find a place to put them when they're in there. And in terms of posability, it's pretty great. Just like the others, there's so many poses you can put them in. The only problem I have with them is there's no elbow or knee joints, but due to the size, it's not the end of the world for them to not include. However, one major thing these mechs can do that no other can is that they have a waist joint which actually allows them to spin it a full 360 degrees. And due to its smaller size and lighter weight, it's really easy to balance. There's so many cool and funny poses you can make it do. This is most definitely on par with the other mechs. I wouldn't put it at first, but it's definitely one of my top 3. And it's so great to see them continue doing these, and I hope they do more later on. Here you can see its height compared to the others. As you can see, they're all very close to one another, apart from Cole's. And here you can mix and match them, and there's just countless variations you can make by mix and matching them. And if they do more, there'll be so many more to make. And this swapping gimmick is just such a cool thing for these sets to do and makes them so special and unique. This set includes Baby Ryu, which has been in so many sets I don't even think he needs an introduction. However, it's still just as cute as ever, and I hope they do more with this model, like the one from the Forest Dragon in January. For the first minifigure, I'll start with Arin, who's the same one who released in the March Thunderfang set, so I'll go over quickly. But first, he does come with one of the prismatic blades, which is nice to see since it is technically a collectible. As for the main figure, on his legs, he has a medallion on one leg attached to his belt, which has the Ninjago A, and a pouch on the other leg. Onto the torso, and he's spray painted his old dragon design with a new magenta one, and he has this cloth hooked over on one side, along with having one black arm. On his head, he comes with a regular half mask as well as his hairpiece, which is nice to get, and it looks really nice with the fade on his face print. Underneath though, he has the same one-sided grin he's had in every other set, and on the back is the continuation of that dragon. Next up we have the new Spectral Dragonian, who are this wave's generic villains. However, even though they all use similar parts, most sets use a different combination, which is a cool concept to see. He comes with a normal blade like the ones Jordana and Cinder had in Season 2, but with a minty blade. This version comes with the ghost torso, which are nice, but I prefer the printed legs to be honest. They have a lot more motion and posability. They're mainly trans light blue with this minty colour, and I really like the slight red for the hands and horns. As for the main torso, they still have some silver on there, and the main design is so much better than the other ones. It looks so cool and menacing. Taking off the armour, it's got a similar face to the older ones, though this time it's got like a mint blue colour, and they look to be screaming, which is freaky. And on the back, unfortunately, they don't have the fireball print, which was such a cool thing for them to have. But now they have the Forbidden 5 symbol, which is an interesting thing to see. I wonder if that has any purpose. And they have the same armour as the old ones, just in pearl dark grey and dark blue. Overall, I really love this set. Obviously, if you dislike Arin, it probably won't be for you, and there are definitely better mechs in this wave. However, I really love that we're continuing the elemental mechs. I just really love this type of set. A smaller, cheap set, which unfortunately just isn't that common for Ninjago anymore. And coming with a good and bad guy, it's perfect for someone to get to start off collecting them. It'd be great to get more since we only currently have half of the ninja, and it'd be good to get some villain ones later down the line too. It's cheaper, looks great, and has amazing value. So would I recommend it? If you don't like Arin or the previous elemental mechs, then it probably isn't for you. However, in any other instance, I'd definitely recommend it. It's in my top 3 of the elemental mechs, and it's great for any children wanting to get into the theme. But those are just my own thoughts. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of it. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking the video and subscribing. It helps me out so much and supports my channel a ton, and it's greatly appreciated. But for now, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.